Check out the latest highlights from the Nourishing You podcast.
That's why we wanted you here, to have this deep dive. And this is so eye-opening and frankly, a little bit frightening for somebody who enjoys wines. I do have a quick question. Because there are so few farmers that are producing the quality of wine that that would fit your standards, where do you source your wine? Is it mostly Europe? Is it a combination of Europe, US, other countries? What does that look like?
Most of it comes from Europe. Okay. We do not sell any United States wine. No domestic wine meets our standards of purity and health.
Wow.
We also have a handful of family farms in South America and 5 in South Africa, but the majority of the 800 or so are spread across Europe. The leading country is France. That's sort of where the natural wine revolution began. Other countries that are quite notable in production are Italy, Austria, Spain. But for us, you see, for dry farm wines, from my company, it's a little bit different because we don't sell just natural wine. Let me use Spain as an example. There's a decent amount of natural wine produced in Spain, but most of it does not fit the criteria for dry farm wines. And the reason for that is because the winemaking style, both the climate and the winemaking style in Spain produce a higher alcohol wine than we will accept. So we only sell wines between 7% and 12.5%. Most Spanish wines are over 12.5%. And that's both a combination of winemaking style, the Spanish style of making wine, what they think that their wine consumers want to taste in the way of kind of largeness, because the higher alcohol gets in the wine, the more dense and bold it becomes.
If you enjoyed this short episode, check out our full library on our NAMP YouTube channel, where you can catch up or learn more. Keep in mind that the information on the NAMP podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical or legal advice. The NAMP is not liable or responsible for any harm, damage, or illness arising from the use of the information contained herein. By listening to the information on this podcast, you agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless the NAMP and all agents. Copyright NAMP, all rights reserved.